With the fall of Roe and Republicans consistently coming for women's reproductive rights, obviously birth control would be in their sights. They really want to control women. Now, this is in Politico, and birth control, contraception is on the chopping block if it were up to these Christo-fascist force birthers. Let's see what this one's about. Trump says he will never advocate for contraception restrictions after earlier saying he's looking at them. This dude is all over the place and he's just answering questions like just kind of willy-nilly. He doesn't really seem to have a real game plan. All right, so it says the social media post came after Trump said in a TV interview that he plans to share a policy on contraception very shortly without providing any details. He probably has not created the details yet. Trump insisted in a social media post Tuesday that he has never and never will advocate for imposing restrictions on birth control or other contraceptives after an interview released hours earlier included Trump saying he's looking at restrictions on contraception. The post came after Trump said in an interview with a local TV station in Pittsburgh that he plans to share a policy very soon without giving any details. We're looking at that. And I'm going to have a policy on that very shortly. And I think it's something you'll find interesting, Trump told KDKA political analyst John Delano when asked if he supported any restrictions on a person's right to contraception. KDKA declined to tell Politico when the interview was recorded, but the Biden campaign released video of the exchange on Tuesday. Trump added in the video interview, "You will find it very smart. I think it's a smart decision." In his social media post later Tuesday afternoon, Trump denied ever suggesting that he would impose restrictions on birth control. "This is a Democrat fabricated lie, misinformation, disinformation, because they have nothing else to run on except failure, poverty, and death," Trump wrote in a post. "I do not support a ban on birth control, and neither will the Republican Party." Has he talked to the other people in the Republican Party? Reproductive rights have taken center stage during the 2024 election as abortion has been left to the states to decide after the overturning of Roe v. Wade. The Supreme Court is also set to rule on a case that would restrict access to the widely used pill mifepristone. Biden campaign spokesperson Serafina Chiquita said in a statement after the TV interview was released that it's clear Trump wants to go even further in restricting access to reproductive rights if elected for a second term. It's not enough for Trump that women's lives are being put at risk. Doctors are being threatened with jail time, and extreme bans are being enacted with no exceptions for rape or incest, Chiquita said in a statement. He wants to rip away our freedom to access birth control too. In the past, Trump has weighed in on some abortion restrictions, including last month when he said Arizona went too far when the state Supreme Court upheld an 1864 law that banned nearly all abortions. Arizona lawmakers later repealed the law. During interviews last month with Time, Trump said he'd be making an announcement about his policy on mifepristone over the next week or two. "I am for helping women," Trump told Time. "You probably saw that the IVF came out very well. And, I set policy on it." And the Republicans immediately adopted the policy. The interviews took place on April 12th and April 27th. Trump has yet to reveal his mifepristone policy. He is probably really busy with all his legal issues. The Republican told The Time that issues of prosecuting people for abortions or monitoring pregnancies should be left up to the states. He had previously released a video on social media where he declined to endorse a federal ban. "You don't need a federal ban," he told Time. I don't know if Republicans have access to all of these graphs and reports that younger people want women to actually have rights and birth control. So this was a graph or a post on the Twitter, and I'm going to make it bigger so you can see. But it says Americans of all stripes support most forms of birth control. So let's look at this one. This one's from a person named Jonathan Allen. Okay, so the red dots are Republicans, the blue dots are Democrats, and the yellow dots are independent voters. So it looks like just about everybody believes that we should have access to condoms. Cool. We should have access to all that. Birth control pills. It still looks like most of the dots are for birth control pills. And then it starts to move just a little bit, 80%, where most of the dots are clustered for IUDs. Now, here we go with the emergency contraception, like plan B. Y'all see that the little red dot is the furthest over to the left. And then the yellow dots, because independents include some of them libertarians, I'm sure, they don't actually believe, all of us women should have all these rights. And then the blue dot is well over 80%. Then we have medical abortions or pills. The red dot is all the way over. Like, nah, y'all cannot do any of that. But it's still at, like, what is that, about 38% or something like that? That must be because some Republican women probably believe that women should still have some rights. But so you see how far that red dot is to the yellow dot. The yellow dot is still close to 60%, but then the blue dot is all the way over, still at 80 something percent. And then surgical abortions, obviously the red dot is all the way over here. The yellow dot is towards the middle. And then the blue dot is all the way over here towards 80%. And that is where most people fall as far as supporting the different varieties of birth control or reproductive systems for women. I'm sorry, reproductive rights for women. But it looks like everybody believes in condoms and birth control. So if these people really want to outlaw birth control and they're not paying attention to these dots and where they line up, they are quite silly. So this is something that I want to talk about with Jasmine Crockett and Marjorie Taylor Greene being in the news. We have also been talking about narcissism and that kind of thing. And one of my subscribers says the goal of a narcissist is to get you so angry that you are shouting. They can sit back and go, calm down. You're being hysterical. Calm down. And they don't have to listen to a word you have to say because you are, rightly so, get very angry. Now there is footage of Jasmine shouting and Margarine is just sitting back and calmly saying, calm down. When everyone forgets what it was about, there will be footage of Jasmine looking like she's out of control and Margarine looking like she's calm. For those of us who have dealt with narcissists and who have been the one who freaks out, it's much better if you can put them in their place while being very calm and deliberate. Why are we talking about this? Because people will people will judge the reaction to something, and then especially someone that is like Margarine, who has lighter complexion, who is a male sapien American. They can trigger a black woman, they can trigger a woman of color, and then all of the negative stereotypes of the black woman will come to the forefront. See, she's masculine. See, she's just angry. That is what happens with these people, and then all of the negative stereotypes come out. But we at least have video of what Margarine was doing, and we have the clapback. But we have to keep calling this out and calling this behavior what it is. So I'm glad that Studio Sandy brought this comment to the forefront. Now, you know, Margarine was irritated because this was on her Twitter feed yesterday. She says, yes, my body is built and strong. She forgot butch body build. Built and strong, not with nips and tucks and plastic or silicone, but through a healthy lifestyle. Soon turning 50 years old, God willing, I will continue to lift, run, swim, play sports, surf, ski, climb, and live this life to the fullest and enjoy every single moment. You know, this woman was highly, highly irritated by what Jasmine said about her. Okay, then this person says, well, we can see you're still upset by what was said about you. It's okay. You'll either learn from it or you'll criticize someone else's appearance again and get it right back. That's how it works, Marge. Now, keep in mind that I do not think that this woman will ever live this down. There have been so many memes and songs written about her that she was probably crying in her car. Here is a trigger warning. This is what almost 50 looks like on Marge. Joe says, okay, but with eyes close together, you can't wear fake eyelashes. And she could probably stand to use some to accentuate something, maybe bring out something. I don't know. Mike says, yes, through a healthy lifestyle of lying, harassing school, pew pew victims, and cheating on your husband mixed in with not doing your job. So this woman at the bottom says they call that slander, you know. And I really do think I remember that she was cheating with her gym instructor or something, but maybe that's how she got those snatches to look that crisp, because she was really intimately involved with the person who teaches the class. Lewis said the same thing. Damn, she cheated on her husband. That's why, oh yeah, with the gym guy. Maybe that's how, maybe he is the one that taught her how to lift. Like I said, that is exactly what I said. Anyways, let me know what you think. Do you think that maybe she has some narcissistic tendencies? I don't know, but that whole make a person react and then sit back calmly like you didn't do anything, that is part of some of their MO. And then the whole, acting aggrieved like you're not the one that caused this situation to begin with. Let me know what you think about this situation and that added information about how narcissists act. Jump in the conversation, like, comment, share.